Jack Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. I would first of all like to thank the city manager, Dave Cavazos, Ed, Kathy, the people that have been working so hard on this budget. And I know that you as the mayor and council are responding in part to the input, a great deal of input that you received at the county meetings, asking that there not be a cut in public safety between police and fire, that is the #1 priority I know of this council, and also the #1 priority in the community. So we very much appreciate that. Currently, I know that you're all aware that the crime rate is dropping dramatically in the city of Phoenix. 8 and 10% last year in violent and property crime, and another 16 and 22% in property and violent crime on top of that in the most current year. That is happening along with some of the shortest response times for priority 1, 2, and 3 calls that we have seen in over a decade. Having said that, that doesn't just happen. It happens because of the boots on the street, the people that are not just the uniformed officers that are out there, but all of these details that you see working together with the community to help us to lower that crime rate. Putting hundreds, literally hundreds of repeat offender gang members in prison have dramatically lowered the homicide rate and the violent crime rate in the southwest portion of the city, as well as across the valley, but more significantly where those highest rates of crimes were occurring. So I know that you're very aware of that. My position has been from the very beginning of the talks on the proposed budget is that we can't really afford to lose any police officers. I don't think you authorized a little over 3,600 officers because we didn't need them. We're understaffed in the majority of the police department, and so by not adding even more cuts to the police department, you have ensured that we will be able to continue on to continue to fight crime and make the community safe. So I very much appreciate that. In looking at the presentation that you received today, I know that you have a tendency to go, well, why are we putting people at the airport, or why are we putting a few people in the water department? But that is a very small piece of the picture, and those areas were understaffed to begin with. So the mayor, I think you were correct in talking about just a short time ago when we were reacting to 9/11, one of the areas that is a very critical piece of infrastructure and a common target is water services. So by placing people in there and getting ready to the future, a very small number of people I might add, we are preparing to again protect infrastructure. But in your question, Councilwoman Neely, about you're not seeing the boots on the street, I would say that the actual number of boots on the street, there have been some misinformation that has gone out about the number of people that are on the street. We actually have more people in patrol today than we have ever had. And part of that is, I want to thank you personally because you asked and you were the driving force for one of the 2 new precincts that is under construction right now in Northeast Phoenix. We have been placing, when we were hiring a very short time ago, we were placing all of those people in patrol to prepare for the opening of the 2 new precincts. Because of the budget issues that we're currently going through, we are not going to open those 2 new precincts as fully staffed precincts. As you well know, we're opening them as community stations until we are able to get the economy under control and then fully staff them to that level. But currently, we have almost 1,350 uniformed police officers assigned to patrol. That's over 200 more than we just had a few years ago. And that is one of the highest numbers that we have ever had in patrol. In fact, I think it is the highest that we have ever had assigned to patrol in the history of our department. So even though we do not want to diminish services to the community with a crime rate anywhere in our department, we just simply have to make cuts somewhere. But I have made it a very much our number one priority in going through not only this budget reduction, but last year's budget reduction, that we would keep the first responders at the same level or higher so that we could keep that backbone of our department doing what our number one priority is, and that's responding to calls for help from the community.